We've had a lot of cases where we were seeding storms that had no business being seeded. We were just kind of throwing darts, and we were seeing responses in some of those. So we are learning that maybe there's more opportunity with some of these. Maybe we don't even need to have a rain cloud. We could go work cumulative congested clouds that aren't really precipitating yet. And if it has inflow, maybe we could get something to work. Year one, we had the air tractor that the USDA provided, so dosaging was a lot better. We were getting about 40 to 45 gallons per cloud. That aircraft wasn't available in year two, so we took one of our Comanches and converted it.
All right, could not get the mic unmuted. We made it to hump day. Kansas City got the scheduled rain just like every other Wednesday. We get rain on Wednesdays in Missouri. That's our day for the rain. Happens almost every single week. It's like clockwork. Chemtrails Monday, Tuesday, rain Wednesday, every week. Anyway, guys, a lot of crazy news to get in. When I was getting ready for the show, man, I heard this rumble. The whole house was shaking. Grabbed my phone, ran outside, and I could see 6 or 7 B-2 bombers, and they were kind of in a, not a straight line, they were kind of in a diagonal line. Now, I don't think it picked it up on the cell phone, but I'll play that clip so you guys can at least hear them. You'll hear all the frogs and crap in the background, but you're going to hear a rumble. I mean, the B-2s are the only ones that make the sound. I've never seen that big a fleet, and it's only the second time I've heard them here. Anyway, here, I'll play that clip real quick. Yeah, you couldn't really see the lights on them. Hell no, we're not taking the bobblehead off. That's the funniest meme on the planet. That's to give us a little laugh before we get into this news. Anyway, here, we're going to jump into all the weather here in a minute. So here we go. Is it pollution? Lake Michigan breach. Worries triggered by photos on social media. Of course, they're going to show you a picture from 2005. We got to scroll down and see what it looks like now. Look at that. That is nasty. So we got some nasty stuff going on up here. And they say the JBS slaughterhouse and meat packing plant in Plainwell and Darling Ingredients animal rendering plant in Hamilton claims they are polluting Lake Michigan. Well, somebody damn sure is. Look at that. So, just more poisoning of the waters. It's going on everywhere, man. These people won't stop till they ruin everything on the planet. So yeah, man, it's like every night there's a different waterway being poisoned. Uh-oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, my everything's kind of a little sticky right here. Yeah, I might have to turn my ad blocker off. It always freaks it out a little bit. Here we go. Across America, apple trees are mysteriously dying, and scientists don't know why. Well, we know why. It's the aluminum. It's the bearing. It's the strontium. It's the lithium. It's the water generating stations on the ground. It's the electromagnetic warfare that's going on. It's the Monsanto. It's all of it. So what they're saying, it starts on a single limb. The leaves grow small and begin to curl, turning a pale yellowish or reddish color within weeks. Another apple tree is dead. Stop the air traffic and they'll come back to life. You know, I'm not going to read what, you know, they know what it is. Plus, it's all the bugs and stuff that get over here from other places. And we have like Al Gore Jr. now. Climate scientists say we have 18 months to save the planet. They're in for a rude awakening. What are they going to do? You know, they say it's global warming. They say it's climate change. But yet they have their hands on the thermostat. They're the ones that's controlling the temperatures. What's going to happen when all the aerosols that are being deployed, all the fire smoke, all the volcanic smoke, all the radioactive isotopes up in the sky is creating a blanket over the earth? It's melting the Arctic, it's melting the Greenland, but it's man-made. They're trapping the heat in. We're going to turn, you know, on top of the grand solar minimum, so the sun feels hotter, but they're trapping the heat in at night. They're going to turn us into an ice age, like, quick. What are they going to say then? You know, they're pushing to act like they have to spray the chemtrails, but they don't. The earth takes care of itself. The volcanoes do their part. Why do they need to mimic them? We've had so much volcanic activity this year. There should be no geoengineering going on. None. But yet they keep doing it. They're just making things worse. They're melting stuff, multi-purpose reasons. We know a lot of it's for the train, the one world train that's going in. All the fire zones are in the exact path. So, you know, anytime they say, hey, we got, you know, 5 years, we got till 2030, we got 18 months. Remember Al Gore? He made billions of dollars, you know, talking about this stuff, and it never panned out. It never will. It's going to be the opposite because somebody else is in control, not these people. They can keep trying, but they are making everybody sick in the process. They're going to sell this kind of technology, carbon removal technologies, to help tackle the climate change. Look, asshole, there is no climate change. It's climate control. $1 billion just to research it. Yeah, give us our money. We want to be rich off the global warming. Why do they want to take the carbon out? Isn't that what makes the plants grow? Come on. So, yeah, it's all BS. We know who they are. Remember this back in the day? Anybody old enough to remember this when they're spraying the DDT insecticide? People would get on their bicycles and try to chase the sprayer trucks going by. Your banana seat bicycle. You know, they'd be spraying this crap down the road and nobody thought nothing about it. They're still doing it to this day. They're just using newer planes, newer cloud generating stations, helicopters, same thing, poisoning the humans, terraforming the planet. Now you got U.S. regulators embrace toxic pesticides and the corporations that make them. Look at this thing on the back of this tractor. Looks like a giant jet engine spewing out Monsanto. Hazardous chemicals are banned around the world, but in the U.S. they're legal. They don't give a shit. They don't care if you get cancer. They'll just build another hospital and sell you drugs that don't work. How about some Monsanto? He just got sued for $2 billion, 86 million Monsanto cancer victims. Yeah, your government really wants to take care of you. We had unexpected, intense, lingering downpours causing flooding in Baltimore. Some spots see 5 inches of rain. That goes back to the very first clip I showed you. The first clip of the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the Texas License Bureau, and the private contractors that are cloud seeding. They produce 35 to 45% more rain. You know, all you got to do is go back to the video I posted a couple, last week or something of the 2019 License Bureau licensing, where they talked about all the cloud seeding operations they did in 2018. They admitted to seeding clouds that were already thunderstorm warned. They admitted to using electromagnetic rainmaking. They seeded, 300 or 400 cloud systems. You can't deny it no more. It's all going on. That's why everything's a rain bomb. If you look at the technologies, it's the exact same thing. Everything the technologies claim to do, that's what we're getting. Alaska sea ice has completely melted. That's because they wanted to melt it. They're putting the railway in. What is that railway? I keep forgetting the name. What is that? The inner bearing. Here we go. Here's what they're putting in. It's already in. The Interbearing LLC. Here's the map. Here's the map. Go check out where all the fires are going. It's exactly where this train track is going. It's going to go underground across the Bering Strait, and it's going to still be underground 5 miles into Alaska before it pops up above ground, 5 miles into Russia before it pops up. That's what they're putting in. And then they're putting in super high-speed railways all across the country to get to this. This is going to be like the FEMA train. Tons of information on this thing. It's the one world train. They're going to take away the cars. Yeah, look at that. This is just one of the 3 tunnels that'll be in there. I mean, that's a massive tunnel. And there's going to be 3 of these. You'll have the access tunnel in the middle, and then 2 of these. One will be for trains, FEMA trains, all that stuff. There's one of the core bits. We just seen China has a brand new core bit. It's even bigger than that thing. They're coring holes all over the place. If you watch the videos today I did, I met somebody that he didn't really come out and say he worked for DARPA, or he might have, and I just misunderstood him, or if he was just a contractor. But they're mapping every cave in Missouri, from the air, from the ground. They're going inside there with lasers, laser measuring and documenting every square inch. Nowhere to hide. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff. Make sure you go watch the videos. I forgot to one video on the storm videos I did, but I uploaded that one over to the backup channel. It's worth watching, man. It's a crazy picture. That thumbnail in the beginning of this, that half moon looking thing coming down, that was the last part of that I forgot to add on. Now we get into even worse news. Human flesh looks like beef, but the taste is more elusive. This is just gross, man. This is the Smithsonian. They're promoting cannibalism. This is an older article, but they're talking about how some people eat fish or flesh, and they think it tastes like rump roast or some kind of crap. And this is back when over in where was this? Was it in China or somewhere? Yeah. There was some tribe out here that made human stew. It was like deep fried parsley strewn human genitals. A Japanese exhibitionist artist recently served at a dinner party. Man, these people, they're just not going to stop with the madness. You remember the military researching corpse eating robots? Which they come back out, man. Everybody got a hold of this story when they first come out with it, saying that it didn't eat humans. It didn't eat corpse. It eats organic matter. Right. Down in Australia, they're all out of feed, they're out of water, they're out of time. The big sell-off continues. This is Texas, but it's Australia. Livestock producers with feed and the luxury of options are looking to snap up some bargains as a great herd and flock sell-off continues. I mean, they're going through a drought down here. And it's an engineered drought. And there was also an irrigation block on the river where they usually grow stuff, and they blocked it. So people are having to sell off their farms, man. See, it's a huge takeover of the food. You take control of the food, you control the people. That's why we're seeing all the farms being destroyed. The farmlands are being bought up. And this is a worldwide event. We're seeing it all over the world. Every country. It's going to get bad. Arizona monsoon storms got up to a late start. Is there any chance of a strong finish? They don't know. The only ones that know is like Raytheon. So, there is no El Nino. They're such full of crap. I'm going to have to prove them. You know, during the winter, I kept saying, man, the southern oscillation is not going to allow an El Nino to form. It never formed. And then, you know, then they started saying, oh, we're going to have an El Nino. It never formed. Then they went back to, oh, we're having an El Nino. It never formed. There was no El Nino. I can show you right now. Lies, man. El Nino is still looking around. Bullshit. Let's look at the water here. Let's look at the ocean temperatures. So here is the sea surface temperatures. The last El Nino that we even had was in 2016. Let's take it back to 2016, see what it looked like. Not really. Not much of a difference. In fact, it's cooling right here. A little heat there. I think the El Nino is more back towards January. So let's see what it looks like then. No, not really. How about the anomalies? Let's try the anomalies. Oh, there it is. So here's the El Nino. That was on January 2016. Let's take it up till now. Let's see. This is the 7th, 8th month. Click apply. Here, I can just click now. We have no El Nino. In fact, the water is ice cold right at the equator. Where are they getting the El Nino? There is no El Nino. You know where the El Nino is? It's not where it's supposed to be. It's up here where they're melting the Arctic. It's up here off the coast of California and Washington. It's down here below the Aleutian Islands. It's in the Bering Sea. That's not a El Nino. See, it's all lies, man. They skew the numbers according to the numbers. Lies. They're lies, and I'm sick of their lies. You got this going on. And this isn't, you know, going against any people, but I just thought this was some kind of a, you know, if anybody else did this, it would be like you were impersonating cops. So you got these patrol cars driving all around, several of them in New York, and they're not cops. You can just read what it says right there. I can't say it or I'll be immediately, video go disappear. So you can look that up. Then you got Trump out here. He's going to oversee means to seek out, identify gun owners, partnering with social media, etc. Don't let them take the guns. Don't let no politician take the guns. That's nothing against Trump, other than he is a part of the plan. He's the puppet. They all are. They all work for the same team. So the flooding here in the heartland is going to remain through fall. The Missouri rivers won't be declining anytime soon, according to the Army Corps of Engineers. Heavy rain led to a ground amount of runoff. We had a mega rain bomb today. So yeah, and it's like this. It's not just the Missouri River. It's a lot of the rivers. We got the Israelis' $1 million troll army. You know, we know a lot of trolls out there try to hit us. You can always tell the government trolls. And they know, we know who they are. So they've got an army of more than 15,000 people trolling the internet. And this just Israelis, man. This isn't the America's trolls, man. They spent, I can't remember how many millions of dollars it was to troll channels like us. Oh yeah, here was more on that robot that they made. Yeah, so they could eat organisms for fuel. Like they want to, you know, they had something like that, and it was, you know, some kind of scenario where it was humans against robots, and then the robots ate you for fuel. That could be, that's just some weird stuff. We'll never get that far. Now we got 2 typhoons going at once. Typhoon Lexima and Typhoon Carosa. Let's take a look at these real quick. I'll have to add them in. Let's see if I can add them in here. Hell no. We got the good mods out there. They're like lightning quick. Wow, now it's going to be a category 4. It's still going to clip. What is that there? Taiwan. But it's going to hit China. You think this is some weather warfare? Like, how many times do you get, you know, all these typhoons all at the same place, man? Not very often. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing on the IR. Hey, thanks out there, Bamboo. Much love. See if we can animate this sucker. And it may take it a minute to load. How's the stream running out there? It seems like it's running pretty good tonight. It's in the green. Yeah, I think all the alphabet gangs are in a war with everybody, with anybody, everybody and anybody. We are the enemy to them. Man, is this going to load? Yeah, the streams, it's weird. It's like when the stream is running good, then the web page isn't running good. All right, here we go. We got it to run. Let me get rid of the track so we can see the eye. Ooh, yeah, it's definitely a defined eye wall there. Powerful typhoon. But that's not the only one. You got one coming in right after it. How's that even possible? There's something wrong with the wind patterns. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Let me zoom out, see if it'll let me zoom out and get them both in there. Here we go. We gotta wait. Hurry up and wait. I guess while we're waiting, we'll see if this will run. Here's the bomb, the rain bomb that I filmed this morning. Check out that footage, man. There's in about the first 20 seconds of the video, there's like a demon up in the clouds around 22nd or maybe 18-second mark in that video. And then go over to the backup channel and watch the last video. And it's just a freaky cloud, man. I mean, it don't look normal whatsoever. But yeah, that's what we got hit with this morning. Go ahead and put that on there. See if we got loaded yet. Nope. Yeah, so now we got the double whammy going here. So let me go ahead and jump out of that. We got that documented. Let me just check the track on the second one. If it's worth showing, I will. If not, yeah, it's going to go a little farther north. Let's go look at the mimic. Yeah, the La Nina, I always mess them up. Whatever they are called, they're not going on. They're not there. Hey, thanks out there, Dale. Much love out there. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better tonight. Throat's still a little messed up, but I'm actually starting to feel better. But guess what? We got another wave of the Sahara dust coming in. So all the atmospheric river, all the rivers of the sky are, you know, the whole major majority of it's right over here. I mean, this is just weird looking. I'm not used to seeing it. It's usually pretty even across the map, but not now. Definitely being manipulated. No doubt about it. Let's go ahead and check the worldview map. Strange stuff going on here. Where are we at here? We're in the Baltic Sea, I think. I forgot where I was at when I was looking at this. But yeah, look at this spraying operation going on overseas. Right above Poland, going to Lithuania, southern Sweden. So major spraying operation overseas. Let me try to figure out where I'm at here. Oh, there's France. Spraying operation in the Mediterranean Sea. More fishy stuff going on up here in Greenland. They're talking about Greenland melting. Well, look, why is it melting? We have mega spraying operations going on all the way around it. So we got tons of aerosols being deployed. Look at this fat liner going there. You know, there's not that many flights. Look, we got the microwave clouds, EMF clouds, more aerosols. And it's going on all the way around Greenland. This is a targeted event. They're making it melt. Look at all these guys out here. We just go right on around Greenland. And guess what? See, they're melting this on purpose. We have bunker fuel being deployed. So you got bunker fuel and aerosols from the aircraft. So there's another bunker fuel boat right there. So they're dropping out the bunker fuel, hitting it with aerosols, engineering a warm event, blocking the sun, trapping the heat in. So wow. Oh, guess what's going on over here in the Pacific? Mega ship tracks, mega bunker fuel. Look at all of them lined up, man. They're getting to ready to create it. They're probably getting ready to turn us into wintertime or something. Look at that. All the long straight lines start out at a point and drift out into big old fat trails coming out of the ocean, killing the sea life. Yeah, you're going to have less chemtrails over the United States, you know, mid-July through August, because there's just not enough storms to cloud seed. They definitely seeded this storm. Like, just looking at it this far out, I can tell they're just doing little spot spraying operations up here to the north. Just little segmented sprays. No heavy aerosols being deployed because there's not a whole lot of rain to work with, not a whole lot of moisture to create the events. You know, down here in Kansas, look, we got spraying operations already drifting out. This must be the next little setup. We're going to pull, you know, maybe there's some moisture right here in this. They're going to pull up here and fire up another storm. Everything's going to have to come out of this area because that's where they're steering the atmospheric river up. But yeah, just they're still spraying. It's just not heavy, man. It's summertime. Not as many storms. So don't let them channels saying the chemtrails have stopped fool you, because they haven't been stopping the bunker fuel. Look at this big old X. Bunker fuel. Ah, wow, look at all them. We didn't see all these. Holy crap. Yeah, you can't see them unless you get that layer. Look at all them. Wow. Right off the coast of British Columbia. Another X over here right at the border with Canada. Let's go look. I don't know if they're going to pull out down here. Every system is engineered, so they're out here messing with the pressures. In fact, they're all out here right where the heating events are going. That should tell you something. What I wanted to look at, though, was at the pressures. So some of the ships are in that high pressure. So there's not even really no low pressures to work with out here, unless they're trying to fabricate one. So yeah, man, that's pretty weird looking right there. So anyway, yeah, major bunker fuel operations in the Pacific, up in the North Atlantic, all around Greenland. You have aerosols being deployed. I bet they're even way up here. I haven't looked up here, but I bet if we let that load really good, they're spraying. Yeah, it's just crazy. There used to never be bunker fuel operations over here. Look at that thing. That looks like a cyclone in the clouds. It's like a cloud cyclone. Engineered events. Look at all the spraying going on. Whoa, look at all that microwaves being deployed. Look at this, man. That's not normal. You have two different microwave clouds, like they're going two different directions. One's higher, one's lower, in the Gulf of Lawrence. This place is getting bombarded. The Highlands National Park of Canada, bombarded with fake clouds and microwaves, low frequencies. So definitely a lot of frequencies in this. I mean, that's just not normal. That's not normal whatsoever. Them are not gravity clouds. They're not anything the mainstream media tells you. And this is the storm that hit us, and you know, we documented the aerosols. Hey, thanks out there, Funky Blue and dude with the laptop. Good name. You know what's weird? This is not a spinning low pressure. It's not like a normal storm. Look at it. It don't even look like a normal storm. It's just a blob of aerosols that were deployed and pushing down. Thanks out there, Carolyn. So it looks like we got some aerosols being deployed in Alabama right now, or they're setting you guys up. They're steering the storm down your way. Trying to get that to load a little better. Yep. Here we go. So they're doing the segmented spraying. Pretty much you follow the chemtrails. That's where they're pulling the storm down to. So they got one edge being pulled down through Arkansas, down into Mississippi, and then the other part's being pulled from Alabama. And then look, you got the secondary spraying operation farther down in Alabama and Louisiana, Mississippi. You got aerosols being deployed in Waco, Texas. See these liners out here, big old thick liners. Let me just take a quick look down here. We got more fires going on all over the planet. We're going to go into an ice age pretty quick. Crops are going to be completely destroyed. Guess why we're here? Let's go ahead and check the polar vortex winds. I guess I got to put it on wind first. So, you know, here's the reason why we're getting all that Saharan dust, man. There's something going on. I mean, this is normal here. This is the normal polar vortex winds. Usually you could get a gear drive coming, what I call the gear drive, or extra couple vortices off that. But the winds just seem awful high right now. Let's go back into that 2016, see what it looks like. See, here's 2016. This was the El Nino year. So you had just little light waves of wind coming off Africa. When we click on now, look at that. There's something wrong with this level here. This is up in the troposphere, the stratosphere. There shouldn't be this kind of wind going all the way around the equator. Something is up. I think it has something to do with them melting the Arctic. You know what causes wind? Heat. Heat causes wind. Well, where's the heat? The heat's all up here. So they got all the heat up here, which is pushing all the heat down here, you know, the wind. And that's why the wind is picked up over the equator. But look at the water, super cold at the equator. I mean, we're really cold right there. So this completely manufactured. Oh, I should check the ocean wave heights. See what kind of waves China's in for. It's a weather weapon. 47.4 foot waves. 46.4, 46. Let's fast forward this, see if it'll go up a day. Is it going to fast forward? There we go. 47.6 foot waves. These islands here, heads up if you're on them islands, man. That thing's going to take a direct hit. So you're pretty close to 50 foot waves on this storm. 48 foot waves. Wow. Nothing else major going on with the wave machine. Let's go ahead and check the carbon monoxide at the surface. East Coast looking horrible. West Coast looking pretty bad. In the southern part, we got fires going on. Few fires. Look, the fires aren't near as bad in Alaska. Hey, thanks there, Birdie. Birdia. Ooh, look at Russia. Wow, look at them levels are off the charts. That looks like China. That looks like China in the wintertime. You don't want to be in that air. That air is brutal. So it's like both sides, they stop the fires at the exact same time. Let's go back a couple days, just see. So it must have been about a week or so. But wow, that's really gotten bad over there. Check the carbon dioxide. See what it looks like. Whoa, I've never even seen it come out like that before. It's like they got a magnifying glass up on one of the satellites, beaming it down here, starting little spot fires. You know, when you're a little kid, you're trying to burn leaves with the magnifying glass. That's probably what they're doing from space. How would they know? They wouldn't know. So really, it's pretty crazy, but the air quality actually looks better than it did a few months ago. Look at it back in like January. It was like scary looking. See if I can get this to load. So look how bright it was in January. That's scary shit right there. So that was January. And I'm like, wow, man. It's almost off the chart around the whole planet. And then something happened. And now we're back to, whoops. Now we're back to normal looking air. Like, you know, it's toxic, but it's not like going off the chart. Hey, thanks out there, Susan. Hey, thanks out there, Super Chat. You guys are rocking it tonight. Saw a pot of whales come through, coughing like crazy, but the whale sighting, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, nature will cure a lot of things. What are these straight lines? Anybody know what these long straight lines of sulfur is? Sulfur dioxide. It's not the fire smoke. That's the bunker fuel. That's the cargo ships. That's the shipping lanes. That's the climate chaos right there. Let's go ahead and check the particulates. Here comes that nasty wave of dust again. This is what's been kicking my butt. I'm just now getting better from the last 4 waves of the dust. We need this wind pattern to change. Let's go ahead and check the PM10s. That looks like some kind of Popeye looking thing right there. Big old nose. So yeah, we're pretty nasty on the PM10s for the whole United States. Southern Florida, you're about the only spot that's okay. Coast of Washington, Oregon, you're okay. Everybody else is suffocating. Check the PM 2.5s. Man, it's bad everywhere. Man, it's really pretty nasty out there right now. The most dangerous ones, the PM1s. Yeah, when you look at it this way, man, you can really see where the fires are. These are 1 micron and smaller, man. These go right into the pores, right into the blood, right into the bloodstream, right into the brain, right into the lungs. It's a carcinogen. And it looks like they're pretty much covering the United States. Roar is still kicking. Now we can see the, not really real-time, real-time aerosols, but we can actually see what's going on. So I'm going to document this, take a quick look at it, see anywhere I need to zoom in. Yeah, that was just one weird storm right there. Yeah, you can tell it's going right down where the aerosols are. Look, right where we seen it on the worldview map, it's already down there. So that just goes to show you exactly where we were pointing out they were steering it down to. Look at it. That's where it ended up. And I didn't even know this was this far. The storm was this far down. Perfect example of the chemtrails and the NEXRADs steering the storm. I mean, that's just pure documentation right there. Now we're starting to see the spraying operation over Kansas and Nebraska behind this thing, so they're setting up for more rain. We did pick that up on the worldview map, but it was pretty light. But on here, it's looking a little bit heavier once you get to looking at it. So we'll let this load up a little bit. Yeah, man, these aerosols definitely drain your strength. You know, normally, look at that spraying operation over Kansas. This next wave of storms will be this one. See, they're pulling. It's going to go right through the same area that this storm just went through. Here's the system. Here's the aerosols. Tomorrow, we're going to see the storm come right on down into where they're spraying. You know, they got spraying going on down here in Oklahoma and Texas too. So this is a big spraying operation that we didn't really see that well on the, oh, they just keep on spraying. We didn't see that well on the worldview map, but now we're seeing it. Yeah, it's about all I get. It's like 4 hours sleep a night, and I'm rolling the rest of the time. That's all we need. We'll sleep when we're dead. Let me go ahead and try to get a better documentation. Let me try right down here in Oklahoma. Yeah, we definitely need to, the air rights. I know I showed that yesterday in Maui, how they come up with some kind of air pollution act. We got the Jim Lee's Accountability Act, but all that does is tell them, you know, they have to tell you when they're spraying, but they don't, you know. They don't care. So, wow, look at that spray. Oh, you see that U-shaped spray? All right, we got to document that one. He's probably drawing a penis in the sky. So, right. Yeah, look, he did like a figure 8 or something. Look at that. He did a complete U-turn right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. Here, I'll try to zoom in on it. Why is it shrinking? There we go. Man, I hate the way this stupid website is. Why can't they just make it where we don't need this sidebar? So now we're not even going to be able to really see it. Stupid people, man. Now it's all freaked out. Anyway, I'll try to go real slow. Now I can't even see it. What's going on here? Let me get it back down to normal. See, now it's growing. What the heck? Yeah, it's right there. He did a U-turn. I guess I could zoom in on that one, and then we'll be able to pick it up. Should be on this one. We'll see. Yeah, it's pretty maddening. And then, you know, the people that can't pull their nose out of their phone and look up, or just say, oh, they would never do that to us. Well, you never done no research then. Yeah, there it is. He did it right there. It's just coming in just a little late right there. So he flew in from Oklahoma and then does a U-turn right over the border and then back up to Kansas. This guy's doing a turn. You know, it looks like a DNA strand or something of chemtrails. Look at that. Oh, and this guy does a U-turn too. Look, this is just a crazy, crazy flight pattern. This guy's doing U-turns. Complete weather modification. That's the U.S. Department of Agriculture right there. That's cloud seeding operations 100%. And then look, you can tell these two right here are the fast, high-flying sprayers. Because look, you know, these guys are still making their lines. These guys just shoot across. Busted. Cloud seeding operations over Oklahoma. And then look, the storms blow up. You still got them seeding over here. Look at that. That's cloud seeding, guys. That's busted right there. Wham. Seed them. I mean, they were really doing some strange flight paths. That's not normal air traffic at all. That's a cloud seeding targeting the storms. So yeah, they're definitely busted. Wonder if that's, you know, we don't even know if that's probably, who knows if that's the Texas Weather Modification Bureau or if it's somebody out of Oklahoma, somebody out of Kansas. We just don't know. Oh, I wanted to check the bunker fuel operation, see if we can pick them up. And I need to put this on the microphysics. Yeah, we may be too far north. We'll give it a shot here. Yeah, I'm going to be too far north. Definitely see the chemtrails, but let's try to do the global full disk. All right, hopefully we can pick him up now. Why can't I get the whole picture? There we go. I'll try that. Yeah, this is the microphysics, but this really stands out. The chemtrails, the ship tracks, the bunker fuel, like all the dark blue lines is the chemtrails, the dark blue, and then when it's in this light colored, normally you can really see the bunker fuel, but it's not really picking up very good tonight. I mean, I can just barely see them. So maybe they're censoring the map a little bit. We definitely see them on the worldview map. I mean, look at this. I mean, look at these guys out here. Like, that's major bunker fuel operations. Like all them yellow strong lines. Then you had the big X right here. And just tons of, you know, ship tracks deploying the bunker fuel. And you can hardly see it unless you use the right layers. That's why a lot of people don't know about this. You got to know the layers to bring that stuff out. Anyway, guys, we're going to call this a show. I want to thank everybody out there who watches us there on Facebook, Twitch, Above Ground World News, Facebook, D Live. In fact, we're going to jump over to D Live and give away the treasure chest here in a minute. Thanks to everybody that helps us out, helps us keep this operation going. It's something we got to do anyway, guys. We're going to play a song called Rise. Then we're going to play a song called Pride Before You Fall. Then we'll play the victory song. Anyway, guys, here we go. Much love. Turn it up. If you don't like rock and roll, turn it off.